Hello viewers, this is Chinmoy Roy back again with my program is Be Sports Fit and Be Sports Fit. Today we are going to dish a completely different segment. Now we all know that the Euro soccer, which couldn't take place in 2020 because of the pandemic, is now going to happen come this Saturday in 11 different cities across Europe. Right, 24 teams will take part. They will be split into six groups with four teams in each, and then the final will be in the month of July 8th, something round 8. I'm not actually really sure about the date, and that will be Road to Wembley, the famous word. Now, what is up there in grabs, up there for grabs today in this show? In fitness. Now we all know that once we switch on the television for the Euro soccer, the pulsating matches, the first thing that will come is the bludgeoning shot of Cristiano Ronaldo, the way he fires the ball there into the back of the net, or Robert Lewandowski, the pile driver, or for that matter, that spring in the leg from Harry Kane and then heading the ball into the back of the net. So all this will be absolutely mesmerizing sights which we as the viewer is going to enjoy. Now, once we watch this bullet-like shots, right? Once we watch Cristiano Ronaldo thundering from the center line to the opposition's defense, or for that matter, Lewandowski, as I was saying, the first thing that triggers to mind is how come these guys develop so much of power. We all understand that to have the shots just rocketing into the net, all you need is power, right? Power in the legs. And of course, when you take those leaps, I just tell you one thing, Cristiano Ronaldo, one data I'm going to share with you. A match against Sampdoria in 2020, just after the pandemic settled down, he jumped a whopping 8.39 meters. Can you believe it? 8.39 meters from the ground. And there is a guy called, we all know that the greatest hang time Michael Jordan had, the basketballer. Maximum hang time, you jump so that in the air you have the maximum hang time. Now, Ronaldo is called Michael Jordan of soccer. Why? 8.39 meter, he just lifted the body, catapulted the body into the air, knocked it into the back of the net. So that much hang time. Now what it requires, if I'm talking from a fitness perspective, the pile drivers, you're jumping off the land, what you need tremendous power of the legs. Now the power of the legs doesn't come really while talking. One need to go through an absolutely hardcore strength and conditioning program. Not only power, I'll be giving you a glimpse of it. Not only power of the lower extremity, the legs, your thigh, the quads, your hamstrings, also the core strength that brings about all the power that you are going to enjoy in this Euro soccer. So now the first thing is that, can you give me the dumbbell please? Dumbbell. So the thing is, for anyone, see, we all want to emulate the stars, Ronaldo's and all. But being Indian, we got to understand that our muscle group, our bone structure is completely different to that of the Europeans. So you have to understand, Sunil Chetri may have eclipsed Leo Messi, but you can see he is from the subcontinent and he's not playing against those European players. So once I have this weight, no matter how much I lift, I have to remember that we can't really get to the height of those persons because of their different body type. They have got different muscle groups. Now, every time you want to lift, you start with the basic stuff. This is a squat. You can do it in different ways. Now, this has to be done. I just tell you one thing. I'm doing a squat. I educate you that if you are looking for power, power means, in simple word, a force applied with speed. That is your power, in simple words. So, can you give me the ball, please? Okay. Now, if this is my football, if I need to kick it hard, the legs move quick, right? So the muscle generates force at speed, and the movement. This is the speed, and this is the speed of the muscle. That's power. To bring about the right power in your legs, first you do the strength exercises. Strength exercises with heavy loads so that your muscles are ready. So what you can do, squats, as I showed the squats with heavy load. Okay, if you are suppose you have got 50 kilogram of body weight, supposedly you should be squatting around 30, 35. You can go up to 40 and then gradually 100% of your body weight. That is, if you're a 50 kg man or you're 60 kg man, do 60 kg of squat and you can increase it to 65 or 70. Now, once you have lifted that much, your body is ready. You have created a foundation so that you can catapult yourself like Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, I have told you these are the exercises. You can do the squats, you can do the lunges, step up, but heavy weights, so that you are now ready to propel your body. Now comes plyometrics. The jumps and all, to take the lift, this is called plyometric. In simple word, the jump. Now, what it happens, there is a thing called stretch shortening cycle. Okay, first the muscle stretches, then contracts. That's called plyometrics. This gives you the explosive power, right? And you can see when you train, if you go through the Real Madrid, you can Barcelona, you can go through Juventus or Man City, you will see they're doing single leg jumps, they're doing double leg. This is called plyometrics. You can use a box. The simple form is on spot. This is called hop. So anybody who start with low grade. I mean the hops, the high skips, these are the things, the bounds. You start with this and then you have the box. So you get onto the box, you jump onto the box. Keep a step box and you jump on it. Can you keep the next one? So what I'm giving you is a spectrum. Now you can take a medicine ball, from there you jump on, from there you jump on. So you have seen the Instagram post of Ronaldo, you have seen Neymar, they do all these jumps. So the jump brings about that explosive strength of the legs so that they can go up. Not only the punch, the kicks they make, that packs a real punch in their kick. So this is plyometrics. Now I answer a simple thing. This plyometrics, how many days a week you should do? Usually, you should be doing twice a week. But remember, you do it when you're not playing too many matches. This power explosive stuff, better you practice before the season starts, but you can get on with this low hurdle jumps when you do your ground training. You have seen these guys, all the stars. Now, I'm talking about Lewandowski and all. What about Kylian Mbappe? The way he sprints, it's like lightning, Usain Bolt moving. So his muscle fibers, the fast twitch muscle fiber is just firing, and he runs like an Usain Bolt. Before I get into the next exercise, I told you beginning point is a strength. This is what I am recapping. First, you start building up your quality strength. They call it the maximum strength. Heavy load, do 8 or 10 repetitions, squat, lunge, etc. As you have done that, now move to your power. Power is, as I showed you, you can have the barbell or you can have this medicine ball and you can do your jumps, right? With this, you do your jumps with the weight, or you can use the medicine ball. Now you can have the step box and jump on the box. You can jump down from the box. That's called depth jump. Okay, there are a lot of varieties up for grabs. Now, before I go into, I told you that to punch like all these greats, our body is of different type. Sunil Chetri is not the same body type as Ronaldo. More muscle fiber there. But having said that, if we go through this process, we'll be always developing quality strength, may not be matching theirs. So this is the exercise science. Apart from the strengthening of the legs and lower extremity, symbol, the core strength. The core strength plays a major role. We think only the leg power, but to propel the body up, our core, the midsection plays a major role. I tell you, I give you one data. It's an absolutely unique data. The punch, the kick they make, they recorded who has got the maximum speed when they kick the ball. I mean, the velocity at which the ball ran and landed at the back of the net. Do you know who came first? A very infamous person called Ronnie Heberson. He was from Brazil in 2005. He traveled at a speed of absolutely astonishing 210 kilometers per hour. Ronnie Heberson. You get into the Google and find him. Now, who was next to him? I'll come for Ronaldo. We all admire, worship him. Okay. Now, Arjen Robben did 190 kilometers per hour. He shot. There is Ronald Koeman, the present Barcelona coach. His shot was 188 kilometers per hour. Okay, David Beckham, his was 158 kilometers per hour. He punched toward the goal. Now, there is a guy called Roberto Carlos, the Brazilian. He played in the Indian Super League, ISL. He was a lefty. Once his kick, a free kick into the back of the net, that created uproar. The aerodynamics, the physics people, they were working overboard. How is it possible? But that shot was 158 kilometers per hour. Where is our Beckham? Where is our Ronaldo? It's around about 125. So what we see may not always match with the data. 125 round about that. Okay, now what is the core exercise? Give the ball to me. I'll tell you as I gave you the data. So you can see the first thing, if you have a look at Ronnie Heberson, or for that matter, Arjen Robben. Robben is very short. Okay, Arjen Robben is from Netherlands. So it doesn't matter how much of six-pack you have got, how much muscle group. I mean, a very, very discernible muscle group you have got. It's the core strength that also matters, right? So apart from developing your lower extremity maximum strength and plyometrics, the power stuff, you also work on the core. Now for the core, we all understand those planks, side planks, these are basic stuff. Okay, these are basic stuff. You got to go for the functional stuff. What is the functional stuff? That is a purposeful one. That is the way you play the game. For example, a footballer runs and kicks, right? So once he kicks, this leg goes up, and as it goes up the hand, so this core comes into play. So it's not all power from the thigh. It's also this is triggered from this midsection. Now, what can I do to trigger this? So what I can do is I can go up, bang. I can go up, bang. Okay, I take the ball, I can throw it like this. Go and throw, right? So what it does is it fires the deeper muscles. Now I come to the Instagram post. We have seen Cristiano Ronaldo posting. Okay, he sits on. Give me a chair, please. Ronaldo is very familiar of his midsection, whereas Messi is not. Messi doesn't have the midsection, so Ronaldo will do a lot of this Russian twist. Sit there, do the Russian twist, right? Now, this is not actually functional stuff. So, guys, whoever looking at this, you look at the bigger spectrum. Doing on the floor, of course, this is going to add value. But if you look at the quality exercises, the standing and all this chopping, right? Throwing, back throwing, throw it and jump, these are functional, means the way the game is played and you are firing your deeper muscle, the core is all here, the deeper muscles, you're firing them to come into play. So when you are building it up, you start with the plank, side plank, all this stuff. Then once, like the strength, in the strength you started with the squats and all, then gradually to power. Even here, once you've mastered all these things, now you need to progress and propel the body to a different level, what these stars are doing. So as I said, I'm going to add few more things when the Euro is going on to watch out for you. The two things is, we have seen not only these guys strike the ball very fast, not only they take that giant leap, they keep performing at a frightening lightning pace for 90 minutes. And you have seen that even at the 80th or 90th minute, their pile driver will rocket into the back of the net. So that what it means is Ronaldo's, Lewandowski's, Harry Kane's, the big names. Now we have got Conte, we have got this Haaland. Okay, Haaland is an upcoming player from Norway. They are all coming in. Thing is, they also have got strength endurance. Means they keep working their muscles at a very consistent and at a very extensive manner, so that you are able to perform the same thing with the same quality, not only in the first minute but also in the 80th or 90th minute. So once we are doing all this stuff, we must remember not only the heavy lifts we are going to do, but in between we must perform those muscular endurance stuff. In between you should be doing 12 reps, 14 reps, all this stuff, so that you have a combination of the both. You not only have the power but the muscular endurance, so that at the 80th or 90th minute you can just drive home that one that makes you the winner. Now, 2-3 questions that comes to mind automatically is whether below 16 footballers, the emerging footballers, should they do this power stuff? Now the fact is, it depends. If your body weight is good, if you're strong, you start with low grade stuff. For example, you have seen in the ground the footballers does over this hurdles. They've got small hurdles. They do the double leg jump. They do the hop. They do the high skip. So these are body weight stuff. So this is one question that comes. So give the under 16 kids. Don't try to make them emulate, copy, take the lift. What these guys are doing in Insta, what Neymar is doing, not applicable to you. So the body weight stuff, let's start with, let them develop power, but then some of them are under 15 very strong, so they can pick up weight 4 kg, 5 kgs, and they can produce the jump, they can do the jump. So that is question number 1. Question number 2 that I find very most important thing is not only the exercise. Some people ask me, only the strength training that is going to help? I said no. They said why? I said no matter how much you exercise, you've got to give you the nutrient, the muscle. Protein is the building block of muscle. And you have seen all these stars, they come up for the ads for this protein, that protein. See, the fact is, I'm not a great believer of supplement, right? What you can do is you take it from your natural resources. So building block for protein, you need protein. You can take eggs, you should take eggs. Then you got chicken, you take your milk, you take your fish. So you've got to give enough doses. They say that per kg of body weight, 1 gram of protein. But for the sports person, make it 1.25. Easy example, I am 60 kg. Normal person should take 55 grams of protein a day. And for an athlete, should be taking more than that. 60 kg, I should be taking 70, round about 65 to 70 grams of protein a day. So you got to give the body a lot of protein diet so that the muscle can fire. It's not only lifting and doing all these things. So that's it for me for today. And what happens is that I'm very sure that come Saturday, we'll be all glued to the television sets, 11 different cities across the Europe, and my favorite is France, and I will be keeping Italy very close by, and England, as you know, the road will lead to Wembley. They are always, they say, favorites and here and there, but they never end up doing. Very rarely they do. So that's the stuff. Okay. So there are some questions I have to answer. Really thankful to Trisha. Trisha is an outstanding lady behind the screen. She's great. She has sent that. Abhishek asking, does shooting ability depend on skill or strength? Abhishek, you are very right. So there is a saying, If you, for a cricketer, if you want to hit the ball hard, do you bring in a bodybuilder? No, because the hand-eye coordination that matters along with the strength. Same here, no matter how much of strength your legs has got, unless you, we were taught when we were playing football, in step tight, body over the ball. So unless you have the correct in step tight and body over the ball like cricket, the ball will soar high. So that means it needs skill. So skill plus strength, that makes you Ronaldo, or that makes you Lewandowski or Neymar. And my favorite is Leo Messi. You see, he doesn't have big muscles, but then the ball goes like anything. So that's Abhishek. Nice question. How come short players like Insigne Sterling hit the ball so hard with such limited backlift? It's fact. Ian Robin, I said, of Holland, very short statured. Now you have to Sachin Tendulkar. See, it doesn't matter how big you are. Sometimes people are short, but their muscle group is such very powerful, right? So it's not the size always that matters. It's been seen the big bodybuilders, big muscles they have got, but their muscles are not that powerful. So the size of the muscle doesn't determine how powerful you are, right? So even if you are short, statured, Abhishek, very nice question. Your muscles may be packing more punch. It contracts more quick. I have seen short stature guy, they'll jump so high because their muscles fires that way. Very good question. Agni Acharya asks, what helps footballers cultivate a very fast sprint? Agni, again, I must say that's a very good question. See, they sprint fast. You have seen, there's a saying, Usain Bolt, why he trains for weight. Bolt is a sprinter. He might say that, chalo, I will only sprint. No. For someone to sprint fast, not only you need good running technique, good off the block burst, but your muscles should fire. To make the muscles fire that fast, the fast twitch muscle fires that propels, triggers the quick movement, you got to do the weight training. That's why you see the footballers does religious lifting, weight lifting. Okay, so that makes them run very fast. Okay, Ronaldo, for example, you can see how much muscle he has got. 7% of body fat Ronaldo has got. So the more your muscle mass, the less the fat percentage, the more the muscle, it will propel your body to run fast or do the fast movements. Very nice. Arjab Shen asks, how many box jumps can I do in one session? How many box jumps? Very pertinent question. Now it seems that it is written in the strength and conditioning book that in a day you do 120 contacts. Means one jump equal to one contact. So in a session, don't do more than 120 contacts, ground contacts. So in that regard, I would suggest 120 contacts is too much. Depends what is your age, depends how many days you're trained, stuff like that. Better is you do 6 jumps in one set for one exercise and do 4 sets. So that means 24 jumps, and you can pick up 2 or 3 jumping stuff, so that 72 jumps in a day. That is fair enough for a person. So because can footballers do plyometrics with weight? Of course they can. For example, you have seen these guys, they will pick up the bar and they do the jump. So this is called squat jump. They will give this medicine ball. So they will take the medicine ball, they jump, go forward, right? So you pick up the weight, you can pick up the weight plate and you do your jump. This is very, very important. Last for absorption, for greater core strength, is Olympic lift a good choice? Absolutely. This is one point I want to thrash out. A lot of people feels if I do the plank, if I throw the ball like this, that develops core strength. But the greatest core strength comes when you do the Olympic lift. So when you lift it, the core comes into play. Once you do this, the essence, the epicenter of the strength is from there. So the Olympic lifts are great for developing core strength. Of course, mate, you should be doing it. So how many days shall I do plyometrics in a week? Again, our job is asking how many days I should do plyometrics. If you're in an off season, do 2 to 3 days. But if you're into a season, do the low grade plyometrics, means small hurdles, stuff like that. So it depends where you stand. So guys, I think that was very good from you. You're all supporting. Boss, I request you, please support our channel, subscribe to it, and let us grow. Last one from Sambit Roy. Is some good fat should be included in footballers' diet? Good fat, of course. Good fat means the unsaturated ones. What are those? The dry fruits, the nuts. That's the almond, that's a walnut, the cashew nut, right? These are good things. You can have the big fish, salmon, tuna. These are the big fish, contains a lot of omega-3 also. So these are the good fats. The one more thing is peanut butter. Our Virat Kohli takes it, and you ask all these things to Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have much body fat. It's only good fat. So I hope that in a short program I could able to tell you certain good things. You liked it, and I'll wrap up the show here by saying enjoy the Euro. Note down all your positives. Watch how fast Ronaldo. I tell you one thing: Ronaldo's sprint. They measured it. He does round about 11 seconds, 10 point something. So that's the fastest time our national level sprinter achieves. Our Indian best timing is 10.40 something in sprint, and Ronaldo is round about 10.53 sort of. So he's close to a sprinter. That means his fast twitch muscle fibers are firing such a manner. In this Euro, if you look at the fitness, I would suggest look at some of the stars, and I finish off by saying one good story about Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski, the Polish, I would say, is from Poland. One point, he was 18-year-old. He was so frail that his club was scared of taking him. They said that if somebody tackles him, his bones might break. Such frail was his structure. And the same person picked up a girlfriend who was a nutritionist, and they moved over to Germany and started building their body. I mean, not a bodybuilder. He became very, very pertinent about the food. And you remember in Germany, this guy hardly misses a match in a season. The fittest man, very pertinent about food, his exercise, lean body fat. So the takeaway is that even if you start weak, you start working on something, you can go beyond the limit. You can, there's a saying, you can redefine the limit, what's Messi and all are doing. So please subscribe to our channel. Hope that you liked it, and thank you. Enjoy your Euro.